Good morning everyone. Welcome back to grade 3 mathematics class. How are you all doing today? Today, let's learn some very basic concepts which will help you to learn and understand shapes better. So the first thing is about a point. What do you mean by a point? See, when you point at something, you're showing the exact location or position of something, right? So a point is an exact position or location on a plane surface, and it is usually denoted by a dot like this. The size of a dot is very negligible. You cannot actually measure the size of a dot. So you can say a point is something which do not have any measurements or any dimensions, or we say a point is zero dimensional. Clear? Here you can see an example of the representation of a point. Here you can see a dot and it represents the point A. We usually name a point by using a capital letter. Clear? Now we'll see a line. A line can be defined as a collection of points which extend endlessly in both directions. We usually describe a line by a length. It does not have any breadth, or its breadth is very negligible. How do you draw a line? You just draw like this and you put two arrow marks. The two arrow marks at both ends indicate that it is endlessly extending, or it does not have any definite length. So a line is a figure which has only length and no breadth, and it has no end, and it can be extended endlessly in both directions. See, you can see a representation of a line here. Here is line AB, where A and B are 2 points on this line. You see the two arrow marks at both ends. It represents the line is extending endlessly in both directions. And this is how you write a line. You write the name of 2 points on the line like this. Here you can see the points A and B on the line, and above that you draw a line with arrows at both ends. This is how a line is represented in maths. And on a line, since it does not have any fixed length, or since it is extending endlessly in both directions, you can say it has got infinite number of points on it. You can define infinite number of points on it just like this A and B. Clear? Now, let's see what is a line segment. So, a line is something that extends endlessly, or something that extends without any limit. Hence, we cannot measure the length of a line. But what if we consider a part of that line? So, that part of a line is called a line segment. A line segment is a part of a line and it has got fixed length. It has two fixed endpoints as well. Since we are considering a part of a line, it will have two endpoints on both sides. Like in this case, you can see the line segment MN here. It has a point M at one end and it has a point N on the other end. And this is how you represent or how you write a line segment. You write the names of the points and above that you draw a small line without any arrows. So this is how you represent a line segment in maths. Now, array. What do you mean by array? Array is also a part of a line, but it has one fixed point or one endpoint, and it will be extending endlessly or without any limit in the other direction. Like you can see here. Here you can see array AB. It has a starting point or the source A, and it has a point B through which it passes, and it is extending endlessly in the other direction. So how you write or how you represent array? You just write the name of the starting point along with another point on the array, and above that you draw a line with arrow pointing in one direction. This is how you represent array in maths. Let me say a fun example. You children, when you were small, you used to draw a sun like this, and from that you would draw lines like this, right? So the sun can be considered as the source or the starting point of the ray, and the sun's rays can be considered as the rays like we studied today. Clear? Now, we'll do one activity. This is from your textbook, page number 103. There is this heading, try this. You can see some figures given there. You have to identify each of the following figures there. This one you can do as an activity now. You have to identify each of the figure there, and below the figure you can write the name of it. Please pause the video, finish the activity and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's see each of the questions. Question A, what is it given there? What is that figure? It is a point. It is point A. So you can just write point A below the question. Now what about B? You can see two endpoints, A and B. And what is given there? It is a line segment. Is it extending endlessly? No. It has two endpoints. So it is a line segment. So you can write line segment below that question. In the third question, you can see 2 points A and B, but you can see arrows at both ends of the figure, which means it is a figure that is extending endlessly in both directions. And what is it? It is a line. This is line AB. And here, how do you represent this line segment? This one you can represent like this, which represents a line segment AB, and in C you can represent this line like AB, above that a line with arrows at both ends. Now question D. There you can see a starting point A and it is extending endlessly in the other direction, and there is a point B. And what is that which starts at a point and extends without any limit? It is called a ray. So this is ray AB. And how do you represent ray AB? It is like this, an arrow pointing towards just one direction. So hope you got all the answers correct. Now we'll do one more activity. In the same page you can see this question. Let me read out the question to you. Madhu keeps her belongings on the grid as shown and locates each point by moving vertically and horizontally. Help her identify the position of each item from the grid and write the position to have been done for you. So here you can see a grid and Madhu's belongings are kept on this grid, and she has kept them at specific points or specific positions. In this exercise, you are asked to identify the exact position of each item in the grid, and you have to write that position here. The position of each belonging on this grid is specified by a set of 2 points defined by one horizontal point and one vertical point. Like the first question, in the first example, you can see the eraser is at C5. So, which is that position? See the point C and see the point 5. There is a point where the points C and 5 close together or they meet, and the eraser is kept at that point corresponding to both C and 5. So each item or each belonging is at a position defined by a set of 2 points. Clear? And you can also see that these points, these vertical and horizontal points, are connected by using lines in this grid. Now let's see the question B. There is a ring and it says that the ring is at D4. What does that mean? Which is the point D, and you can also see the ring here. See, the ring is kept on the line where it corresponds to the point D, and also it corresponds to the point 4. So what is the position of this ring here? The ring is at position D4. Now question C, you see a figure given there. The same figure you can see on the grid. Now how do you find out the exact position of that figure from this grid? See, that figure, that belonging is kept at a position corresponding to the point A as well as the point 6. So when you write the position of this item, you have to write This thing is at A6. Clear? A6. Similarly, you have to identify the exact position of all the belongings kept on this grid and you have to write it in the space provided. You do this as an activity now. Please pause the video, finish it and come back. Hope you are done with that. Now let's see the answers. Question C we have already discussed. C is at A6 and D. D is at A4. Did you get it correct? Now E. E is at F4. Clear? And question F, which is a comb. That comb is at C3. Now G, the necklace. G is at D2. H is at E6. See? And the last one, the shoes. The shoes are at G6. Did you get all the answers correct? Now, you can go through the topics point, line, line segment and ray in page numbers 102 and 103 of your textbook. Go through the topics once again. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with a new topic. Till then, bye.